Hello everybody. It's been a week, okay? The last vlog, we were picking raspberries and I had to change my filter because we had low water pressure, and so we just assumed all the filters needed to be changed. They were due anyways, so it wasn't a complete waste. But a few days later, we found out that our well pump had actually not fully gone out, but it had been running straight for I think 2 to 3 weeks. And those are really expensive to run. So just as I like visual things to know, okay, our bill for our boiler room alone is just about $50 a month, okay? That's like a high month in the summer. We're about to have a $500 bill on that because we didn't know it was running straight. It was not shutting off. And normally I guess they have a temperature sensor where the pump gets hot and they shut off. Well, the water is cold enough down there in the well, because we live in Alaska, and it didn't shut off, and it's just been running straight. And normally I guess they burn out within like a week. The people that were recommended by my dad were a month out, and we have a tenant. It's not just us that's gonna be without water. That's like a basic living necessity. So I felt awful because we had to shut the well off. Luckily, we were able to turn the well on manually. We would just like flip the breaker and turn it on to where we could at least shower and like flush toilets and do what we needed to do. I was just waiting for the pump to like fully go out to where we had no water though. So we were trying to kind of conserve. We were calling a bunch of well places and they're just so booked up. Gosh, this could be such a long story. Okay, so first we called one place. It's like a popular place here in Fairbanks. They came out and they said, you need a well pump and it's gonna be $5,600. I almost threw up, literally got physically ill because I was like, oh my gosh, like we were not expecting to spend that type of money on anything, let alone just to have basic necessity. But again, we have a tenant, so like we may just have to do that. So we made some phone calls. 2 people, I think, answered their phones. One was a month out and I was like, we can't do that. We have a tenant. And so there was another guy, all is well, and his name was Gary, and he came out and he realized not only was our well pump bad, but he told us the pressure tank is bad as well. He gave us kind of an estimate that was, for both things getting done, less than the first quote we got for just the pump. He was able to get out in a few days. So we were without water for about a week. He came out yesterday, and as he's backing his truck into where our well was, he took out our communication line that is like for internet. And I was like, oh my gosh, no water, no internet. That was kind of my breaking point to where I was like, oh my gosh, because it seems so silly to talk about like not having water or like very little water to like manually turn on. It seems so silly, but you just don't realize like dishes, flushing toilets, doing laundry, showering, like you had to like plan all this stuff. And so it just added a lot of stress. It was very demotivating for me. He pulled the internet line and I was like, that's it. We're going to my mom's. This is getting really long. Basically, our well went out. We finally got a well guy to come out and get us some water after about a week. Took out the communication line. Now I'm waiting for our local internet people to come out and fix that line, which I don't know if that's gonna cost us money because it's technically our fault. And he did a really good job, okay? He even put a better pump in our well than like everybody else was gonna do. So like the first quote was $5,600. That was for half a horsepower. The first people for $5,600, and this guy put a 1 horsepower pump in. So we got a more powerful pump and it was only $2,800, which still is nauseating, okay? That's still so much money that we were not expecting. And if we do have to do the pressure tank, that's gonna be another, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be another $2,000. So just kind of a hit in the gut of being a homeowner, being a landlord, making sure we have running water because it's a basic necessity. That's what's been going on. To kind of explain what today is entailing. I could talk about this forever. Yesterday, when he got done with the well, the water was literally mud coming out of the well. And that is normal because he's in there, he's stirring stuff up, and it stirs up a lot of mud and rust and just all the stuff that's like normally settled to the bottom. So after I dropped the kids off at my mom's, I came back here and basically flushed out everything, got the water clear. This is what it looked like. Now it's still pretty bad. We just have a lot of filters that are filtering all the bad stuff out. So I'm gonna go try to flush out some more, try to get some more out of there, and then wait for our internet people to get here. So, oh my, the guy also cut trees down. I just saw one of my kids. It was like a small tree, okay? But he just ran across the window and all I saw was a tree running by my window. All right, this is long. Let's go flush out the water and wait for the internet. Turns out the tree running by my window was my boys each had a tree in their hand and they were swinging them at each other. Love that. Boys. They have stopped because I saw them. All right, so that is pretty bad. And even that is kind of gross. I probably need to change this. It's really hard to tell, but this is like full of rust. So I'm gonna flush this out because the water kind of goes in and filters it and then runs through here and goes to the next filter. When I open this up, it blows it the other way and then out the bottom right here. Before I flush that out, I'm actually going to drain some water out of our pressure tank. It's hooked up to the bottom of our pressure tank. This is kind of what keeps pressure on the house so the pump doesn't need to continually run. Oh my gosh. It almost just shot into the boiler room. Just hold it so it doesn't shoot in here. That was insane. Let's try this again. I have a kid holding the hose. It is pretty clear. It's been a day of housework and outside housework, which is actually fun for me. I've gotten a lot done. Basically, our property just looks crazy all summer long because we're so busy, and this is the longest we have gone without camping, which is a little sad. It's been needed. My porch has just looked like it's had basically a slip and slide on it all summer, life vest drying out, the solo stove, like it's so much wood on my porch. So I took some time and cleaned it up today while the internet guy was working. He got us back online. I am so grateful. He ran some new wire from our house to the pole, or the pole to our house, I guess. I don't think it's gonna cost us any money, which just thankful for that. So, our friends that we went out to Birch Lake with, our friend Bryce, helped Lance lift the generator into the back of the truck when we were at the lake, because he was like, oh, Bryce is here, I can have him help me lift it. He helped lift it, and he was like, holy crap, how are you guys even getting that in there? Every single time we have to load it, unload it, load it, and then unload it again when we get back, so it is very heavy. Anyways, long story short, text Lance and was like, hey, I have a birthday present coming for you, and he dropped off a generator that we can carry. Like, I can literally carry it by myself. It's heavy for me, but so much better. The real test is going to be if it can run our AC, which Lance thinks it does, but he just wants to get a good test on it. Now, we are past AC season already here in Alaska. It is cool. Like right now it is 60 degrees. That's the warmest it's gonna be. I don't even know if it's a full 60 degrees. Now, if we were in like direct sunlight, we might need it. Right here where we park it is like fully in the shade. So I actually started the generator, got it warmed up, and then came in here to turn the AC on, and it only goes to 55 degrees. And so I turned it all the way down and then went and turned the AC on, and it wouldn't even kick on because it was too cold in here. So I think it's warmed up. It's about 60 in here-ish, maybe like 58, 59. I think it'll kick on. I'm gonna go start the new generator, see if it will run the AC. So grateful. Like, it was so nice of him. I was in complete shock. I actually thought he was joking. When I saw it was on the porch, I texted him and he was like, oh, it's a birthday present for you guys. And I was like, haha. And then I was kind of like, wait, are you serious? Like, that is such a huge gift to be given. And I don't know. I'm just really thankful. There's been a lot of loses lately, okay, with the whole water and the internet and the money it costs us to fix the water. Lots of just little stuff. I went to go weed eat the other day because when my brain gets busy and I get stressed, I start doing stuff. I start taking things apart, fixing them, putting them back together. It keeps my mind busy. And I mowed the lawn the other day because I'm like, there's only so much I can do to the house. I feel so bad that our tenant doesn't have water. I'm like, I gotta make sure everything's done. So I'm like mowing the lawn and I'm like, I'm gonna weed eat. And I go to start the weed eater and I like pull on the string to start it, and the string pulls all the way out and doesn't go back in. And I'm like yanking on it, you know, trying to like trick it into. Anyways, it died. It's dead. No longer gonna work. So anyways, there's just been a lot of little stuff that has happened. It's just the generator was like such an unexpected kindness. I would never ever expect someone to do that. So just grateful. This is the little generator that he got us. We'll let her warm up for a second. All right, it has been running for a couple minutes. I still don't know if it's like fully cold enough or warm enough in here to kick it on, but here's the test. It's on. Something's vibrating, but it's just one of those you gotta tap. It's running. It's running the AC. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys, I don't complain about it because it's the generator we have and I'm grateful for the generator we have, but that generator weighs so much and we're both pushing 40 or 40 and it was getting too heavy. We thought about doing some ramps. We're real grateful, okay? We are absolutely so grateful. Don't do what we did and wait. It's way too long to get 1K. We've been rocking that one for like 3 solid summers, maybe 4. I think this is the 4th summer, so man. I am in full like summer, actually honestly it's like winter mode because in the next, it's too early for getting ready for winter, but it approaches fastly, okay? And there has not been a lot of summer stuff that we've done, like summer maintenance stuff that should have been done throughout the summer, but we're just gone so much. Anyways, I'm pulling the camper out of the way so I can clean the gutters. I did our tenant's side, which hadn't been done in a really long time, but I did his the other day. Now I'm gonna do mine. I am safe about it, okay? I have a ladder and I have a bucket on the ground and I just shoot it into the bucket, okay? I'm not holding on to anything. It is really gross, okay? I don't enjoy it. I may do the ones on the front too. Let's move this camper out of the way. I backed it up into this spot. I've never done that before. I did it the other day. It was in the middle of our driveway for like a couple weeks since we got back from our last camping trip. And I was so tired of looking at it that I was like, I'm just gonna hook up to it and move it into place. I took it very, very slow. I had Natalie backing me up. It was done safely. It took a long time, but I got it. Okay. I also have all the garbage loaded up. Actually, I don't. My boys got that all loaded into the truck. I have a camera. I'm also pretty sure that Lance doesn't need me at all to back up. After like moving the camper out of the way, I was like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need me at all because I have no problem. I mean, yes, it'd probably be easier if somebody else was helping, but truck moved. Okay, let's see if I got close enough first time. Oh, look at that back up. Maybe a little too far back. Let's see. Let's see if it'll go. It fit in there, but the lock won't. I'm at like a weird angle. I'm like just slightly, but this is how you like lock the ball on. It's just like a 1/4 of an inch. Dang it. Round 2. That's what you want. Lock that puppy. This is gonna be a really long vlog. I'm sorry, guys. We're all hooked up. Landon helped me pull the wheel chocks. I'm moving the camper. That looks like an awesome wood sandwich. I can't wait to try it. 1, 2, 3. Head counts always. So crazy how heavy this is. I have a feeling Lance is gonna see me pulling the camper out and be like, woman, what are you doing? Going camping. All right, moved out of place. That's out of the way. Now I can clean some gutters. Oh my gosh! Was he in the garage? Oh my gosh, scared me. My battery died as soon as I started cleaning out the gutters, but let me show you what I got done today. Today, I got all of this gutter done, and then I got all of this gutter fully cleaned out. I am not going to attempt that up there. We have to get the moss removed off of our roof, so I'm hoping they just hit those gutters after they're done. I am an absolute mess. I am so dirty, just everywhere. These overalls, I don't think I've talked about them, but they're Buff Bunny collection. I have a code Violett Vlogs. She has workout pants, shirts, bras, socks, all the things. She also has these and then a pair of shorts in these. They're stretchy. Buy them true to size though. I accidentally bought one size above because I was like, ooh, I kind of have a big booty. And they were way too big. So definitely true to size. Anyways, I gotta put the camper back. Landon is back there to make sure I don't hit anything. Let's see if we're crooked or not, because he's just making sure I'm not hitting anything. Maybe a little. I'm a little crooked. That's all right. I think I can do the rest. She'll have to do. Honestly, if this was not my vehicle right now, I probably would just leave it hooked up, but this is my vehicle right now, and if I have to go somewhere in a hurry, I don't want to have to haul a camper. Disconnected. I'm not even gonna worry about my truck. She gonna stay there. Landon made my rolls and I should have been in here like an hour ago. Oh my gosh, maybe slightly overproofed. But wow. That is some good roll dough. Wow. So I don't know enough about yeast rolls. I make them all the time. I don't have any knowledge. I just make them and they turn out. But they kind of smell like beer. And I'm wondering if I let it proof too long, if that would cause that. Does anybody know? I'll Google it later, but if you have any information on it. And you're gonna think I'm kind of silly, but I weigh my dough. I weigh it in grams and then I divide it by however many rolls. Normally it's 15 rolls that I do. So 820 divided by 15 is, Alexa, what is 820 divided by 15?
820 divided by 15 is approximately 54.6667.
So each roll should weigh 54 grams. So what I do is I do this and weigh them. I can kind of have an estimate once I look at that, 54 exactly. might seem a little bit like tough to you guys, but I purposely did that because I always overcook my pulled pork and it almost turns into mush, and I kind of want some chunks, like I want it to kind of hold its form a little bit. This is perfect. I just watched it really close towards the end and kind of like turn it down, turn it up, turn it down, turn it up. Pulled pork is done. I'm not a huge pork person other than pulled pork. How many times can someone say pulled pork? Come and get it! Guys, it was a day, okay? I did everything I could possibly do today. It felt really good to get my porch under control. Felt good to just have water to be able to do things outside, like clean the gutters. I did a lot. I covered Lance's boat, which is a chore for one person. I should have had a kid help me. I had to like climb in his boat and like pull it and then like get out. Kept kind of flushing out the water like I did earlier today. I've done that throughout the day today as water gets used. That way it kind of just cleans that stuff out of there before it gets to our filters, like disposable filters. Anyways, dinner was fantastic. The pulled pork was exactly how I like it, with like just barely staying together but not mushy. I just have been slow cooking it too long and it's just almost mush, and I don't like that. So I over seasoned the corn with Slap Ya Mama. It was way too much. It was very salty. The rolls turned out really good. So I did do a little bit of research on why they smell like alcohol, and it's because you proof it too long. And so the yeast starts to turn into alcohol, but I feel like it takes so much longer if you were to like actually make alcohol. I don't know, but it definitely smelled like beer a little bit. So I just put them in the bread proof, let them rise once I formed them into rolls, and then baked them, and they tasted totally fine. Like, they were so good. And it was Landon's first time making roll dough, so I felt so bad that it smelled like alcohol, and I may have ruined it because it was all my fault because I was gonna shape them into rolls, but everything was good. Anyways, that was really long. I'm gonna go flush out the water one more time before I go to sleep, because Lance just took a shower and it seems like after the showers, like a lot of water gets used. Anyways, by next one, the water should be all good. Hopefully it doesn't stir too much up when he does the pressure tank, because it does in fact need a pressure tank. We did call him today and kind of ask like why he thought it needed one, and he explained everything to us. So it made us feel better. So we still have to spend some more money, but it is what it is. It's part of having a house. Anyways, thank you guys for coming along on this. Jessica gets everything done today. Could I have done that throughout a week? Yes, but I chose to do it all in one day. It was the overalls, okay? It was the overalls. All right, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.